No.
I had some chocolate chip cookies,
And someone got a hold of
the
them?
soft batch, and somebody went up in my cookies.
Yep. You had to hide them.
And it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke everybody up.
Oh
We
my
need to get to the
gosh.
bottom of this. So, but other than that, though, it's been great, and I give so much energy and blessings to everybody else who have either fallen upon hard times or medical reasons, which is why you guys are on and things like that. So as long as we take our good energy and turn it back consistently, giving it back, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. It's something that no one had ever expected would ever happen to us. But I think that we must continue. As I talked to Mark, we continue to look for the good in each other right now. There's so many people looking for the bad in us, separating us, keeping us divided. And I want to keep putting that message out that America is a great place, and we got to fight for that unity right now. And
I
I think it'll be
completely
good.
agree. And I think as much as social media has played a part in it as well, social media can be a bit toxic, and we see all of these different things that we
Yeah,
don't necessarily need to see. We can also use it as such an amazing tool to stay connected and to educate people and to spread awareness and correct information about certain things.
yeah, and you know what? You're absolutely right. And I always caution my daughter because I'm not the look. When I started, even when I had to get on this, I didn't know what I was doing. I was all in here like, okay.
That's okay.
Do they see me? Do they hear? So literally for the younger folks, which is where most of them get their information is on here. While, guys my age, we look at the news. So even though the news can be a little weird, what I say to everybody is search for yourself. Go find the real places to get the real information, because with having social media, and it is a double-edged sword, you will get so many conspiracy theories. You will get so many different things that are telling you, in the hood, it was like, man, the 5G gave it to us. I'm like, what are
Oh my
we,
gosh.
yeah, man, see, they put the towers in there, and then the 5G gave us all this onslaught. I'm like, relax, man. And so that's why people like yourself, people like Mark, who is especially talking about heart disease and things
Yes.
like that, which is still, even though COVID is looming heavily, heart disease is still
I
at the
know,
number
and
one in
and
killing
that's
people.
been one of the things that I haven't quite known how to say out loud, because of course I don't want to act like I don't take COVID-19 seriously, because it has obviously affected the entire world in such a serious way. And still, while everyone is so terrified of this pandemic, and I get it, they 100% should be, heart disease is still the number one cause of death for men and women in the United States and around the world.
You
And
shouldn't be,
something that people don't talk about.
yeah, you should not be afraid to talk about that, because they sort of go hand in hand. As I
Right.
talked to my father, I just lost my uncle to COVID
Oh, so sorry.
just a couple of days ago, and the pre-existing conditions. If you have a heart condition, which may lead to other things. So I think you should never be afraid to talk about what you're doing, because you're doing a great thing. And when we get out of this, heart disease will still be on the forefront of what is taking us down, and us not knowing the information. And that's what, especially on my side of town, when I talk to like African Americans and Black folks, I say, hey, we really got to pay attention to our hypertension. We got to pay
Yeah.
attention to what we put into our bodies, because
Right.
it's silent.
Right.
My mom suffered a stroke a few years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
we were worried for her because she was 72 at the time.
Right.
Living her life, doing her thing, eating what she wants to eat, drink what she wants to drink, and then that happened. So we all had to take caution, step back, and us collectively was like, okay, let's think about what we're putting into our bodies. Can we get the fish, not fry
Absolutely.
it? Because my pops was like, let me fry that, let me fry everything.
I think that everybody feels that way.
Oh
Most
yeah.
people feel that way. It's not just your dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but my dad, he will fry a shoe.
Oh
So
my
I
gosh.
said, Pops. So we consciously in our family to say, hey, let's take a look at what we need to do to preserve our hearts.
Absolutely. And I would love to throw in there that it's different for everybody. For some
Yeah,
people, it's exercise. For some people, it's diet. For some people, it's mental health. Mental health is huge. It has all to do with your genetics. And the
yeah,
way that you're going to find out where you stand with all of that is by going to the doctor and getting those
yeah,
tests done.
yeah.
And so let me say just a little bit what the Heart Foundation is all about. For those of you who are watching, I know many of you know Jamie and you don't know me. My name is Hannah. I'm with the Heart Foundation in Southern California. The Heart Foundation advocates for the early detection, prevention and education of heart disease. And we also support innovative heart disease research at Cedars-Sinai. And it is under the guidance of the brilliant Dr. P.K. Shaw, who is just a dream.
Doing great
And Jamie, I think you know this. Cedars was just named one of the top 5 cardiology hospitals in the country.
Yes, and you have to applaud them for that, because the groundbreaking things that they're doing, finding out about this muscle that we call the heart, is so helpful. And I think when you, like you said, when you're speaking about how many different places to get your information, we know that we can go to Cedars-Sinai and say, okay, they are ranked, they are top. So the information that is coming from them, I can 100% believe in it, know what it is, and that's how it can help me.
I agree.
I've been to Cedars-Sinai a few times, just to get checkups, things like that. And I have to be careful when you talk about hereditary. I have to be careful with my cholesterol. It is a hereditary thing. I could be in tip-top shape, as I've been in tip-top shape before, and then I remember we want to talk about blessings. We want to talk about some blessings. I remember I was doing this movie, Any Given Sunday, and I was in tip-top shape. I was just running and jumping up, and his doctor looked at me and said, hey, you know what? If you ever want, come in, just give you a checkup. I'm sure you're in great health. He did the checkup, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? He says, with cholesterol, we need to bring that down, da-da-da-da-da-da. So even if you think you're looking good on the outside, it's what's on the inside that we really need to uncover.
That's right. And that's actually how the Heart Foundation started. It was a young man, 35, had just been given a clean bill of health by his physician, had no symptoms, and was just playing basketball with his friends and kind of didn't feel well, like dropped dead of a heart attack right there. Yeah. And so from there, that's how the Heart Foundation started, with all of his friends and family. But it's that strange mentality of feeling invincible and feeling like, if you don't feel like there's something wrong, then there can't be something wrong. And that is why, like you said, heart disease, it's very much the silent killer.
Yes. And for all of you who are, look, a lot of us guys were so macho. It's all right. I'm going to just rub some dirt on it. I'm going to rub some dirt on my heart and just get back up. You can't do that. You have to actually go in. Now me, I'm a little excessive. I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac, but it works for, oh my goodness. I'm watching a commercial the other day and they said, are you listless? I was like, oh, yeah, I am kind of tired. Do you have dry mouth? Yeah, I'm like,
I'm so thirsty.
Yeah. So I'm a little like that, but it works in my favor. So all of you who are on the bubble, I had a friend of mine, God bless him, my best friend, gets a cut on his arm outside, goes in to check on the cut. They check his blood pressure. It is 200 plus. It is he could have been on the verge of having a heart attack. Had he not gone in for the cut, he probably would have had a massive heart attack and we would have lost him. So for all of our macho guys that feel like I'm too macho, don't be macho. That's a hashtag, don't be macho. Get your heart checked.
Hashtag don't be macho. I'm going to steal that from you. I'm going to use that.
Take it.
I love that advice. I love the advice of being preventative, of going in and getting ahead of things, because don't we do that with everything else in our lives?
We do. It's just that people have a stigma about hospitals, and I think hospitals can be our friend. And I always talk to my community. I talk to my African American community. Sometimes we equate hospitals with bad things because we wait so long.
Yes.
And then we do go and things have gotten bad. So I'm constantly pushing and promoting that we go early, we find out. I keep pushing and promoting healthcare, that we get all of that fixed, because I think the more that we go in, check up on ourselves, just like how we do our cars. When that light comes on, we go, we get it checked. So early.
You know what's funny though? When my light comes on, I don't go get it checked. I'm like,
you just keep driving that thing.
I can't see the engine light.
Your dashboard lit up like a Christmas tree.
I know. That's so interesting. I guess I didn't know that stereotype, but I know that statistic, that African American people, even though they are at higher risk for having high blood pressure, they also are less likely to get it checked out.
Yeah, well,
and I didn't know that was like something that you just said. It's, you just don't go.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, first, it starts with economics. If you are on the bottom rung most of the time in economics,
Mhm.
Health and everything like that usually comes last. I'm trying to provide for my family.
Right.
I'm trying to put meals on the table and things like that. So therefore, a lot of times we put ourselves on the back burner when it comes to that. But I say we have to continue no matter what the structure is. We got to think about ourselves, because if you are the head of the family, you're trying to put the money in the bank and the food on the table. If we lose you,
That's right.
then where will we be? So, and yeah, stereotype, or it's beyond the stereotype. It's actual, like, fact. When I look at our community, we need more people like you giving us the information, getting the information
It
out,
all it
so
all
it could,
starts
yeah,
information, education, awareness. 100%.
yes, yes, most definitely.
100%. So here's a question for you. I would like to know, because I think that everyone's version of this is different. Everyone's answer to this is different. To you, what does healthy living mean?
Healthy living means paying attention.
Mm.
But paying attention to your body, paying attention to what you eat. And here's the thing. I do this joke all the time about California, my California 52 years old and my Texas 52 years old. Now my Texas guys, where I come from, even I went and picked up one of my boys. We went to go get breakfast. He said, "Yeah, let me get eggs with cheese. Let me get two toast, extra butter, Sprite, orange juice mixed, pancakes, butter." And I was like, "Oh," and then I ordered, "Let me get an avocado toast."
Of course you did.
Right? So, and he laughed at me, and I said, "Listen." Oh, and then this is what he did. He put the pancakes up, put the syrup on the pancakes, then he took out a pill box and he crushed some pills and put it on the pancakes. I said, "What is that?" He said, "That's my blood pressure medicine." And I said, "Let me explain something to you. You can't put that type of Band-Aid on the wound or the potential wound that you're going through. You have to pay attention. I'm not telling you that you have to be on some strict diet that you see on television where they're pumping all these different things, which I think may hurt you even worse. I'm just saying, let's just pay attention to the food that we're putting in. Let's do some type of exercise." A lot of people don't understand this. People get put off by the gym. I don't know if you get gym anxiety. You're like, "Oh, I got to work out. I got an hour. Come on, another 8, another 10. All you have to do is walk.
You're
If
absolutely
you
right.
walk every single day, I don't care if it's down to the corner and back, that keeps the body going. So all healthy living is paying attention. It's not telling you that you have to go, like I said, into some hole of some crazy diet. You just got to pay attention to what you eat. If you're overeating, here's what I suggest. Just half of every meal that you've been eating, eat the same thing, just half of it. Slowly start to bring the food down. All the sugary drinks, especially for us over the age of 50, all the sugary stuff, all that, have to mind that, you know what I'm saying? So you can have some of it here and there, because you don't want to take everything away. But paying attention is going to help you beyond anything.
You're absolutely right. I completely agree with that. It's those attention to details.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite ways to look at healthy living, to me, it's all about the choices that you make and seeing every single choice that you make as an opportunity to choose health.
Exactly.
So if for you in that moment, it means that it's going to I don't know, bring joy to you that you get to eat a burger, absolutely eat that burger. But just know that you need to go on a walk later, or or you need to eat a salad later, or that's all about balance. That balance is so important. It's all give and take, all of it.
And your water intake. That water
Yes.
intake means so much. You get your water in and you're moving. And so, and I don't like to scare people. A lot of times I tell you, people get scared. They get diet anxiety. They go into some crazy diet that they see on television, and then they rebound and it's bad. Look, there was this thing when I was a kid. It was called the food groups. And
The pyramid.
yeah, the food groups. Every doctor will tell you the food groups are the most important thing. Mm-hmm. Just stay within the food groups without an excess. Excess will hurt us. And we are a country of excess. I can't tell you how many times I don't went up to, McDonald's and Chick-fil-A, got the double express and the, deluxe. Don't when they say deluxe, I go crazy. Let me get the deluxe.
Yes.
So we just have to be mindful of that. And other than that, what I would say is try to get people involved with you with the same mindset. Meaning, like, I tell my homies, like, yo, we're going to eat this certain way, or we're going to do the healthy eating challenge. We love challenges. So challenge yourself every so often so that you do have someone that's your homie that you can sort of make it a friendly competition and saying, like, I know you ain't eating that. Somebody just to call you out here and there. And if you get that type of, I think that type of, foundation and people that's looking out for you, it works.
Yeah, there's strength in numbers. It's
Yeah.
a very, when you take it to the extreme and when you do, like you just said, strict diet or you go it alone, you are bound to, I mean, not only, like you said, relapse, but you're also going to feel pretty miserable.
Yeah, you're going to hurt yourself. Because, out here in California, I'll be like, some of my California friends, then we'll go out to eat. Let me get a cup of air. And let me get a jug of wind, and let me get some. Do you have leaves? I'm like, oh, come on, hold on, man. I remember I ordered a burger one time, and it's not. Listen, there's healthy ways of eating everything that we want to eat. We could do it. We just have to stay within a mindset of something that you can actually maintain.
Yes.
So you can't maintain some of these diets, and then it's just if you can, and like I said, I still push the healthcare. I think we should all have healthcare in this country. We are smart enough to be able to do it. And do you know that there are healthcare? There's a healthcare that runs very, very well, and we've been doing it for a long time. And that's our Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine. They all have complete healthcare, so it does work. So. And that's not to be political. I'm saying whenever just keep in mind that we need to be able to do that because it keeps us healthier. To be able to go and get checked out, it will prevent us from getting those, from getting the detrimental things that can go on with our bodies.
Right. Well, and it also puts you in contact with the people who are knowledgeable. Your doctor knows better than anyone.
Yes.
I think that circles right back to what you said about your friend going in and not knowing he had high blood pressure. But what I wanted to touch base on, because you talked about it really quickly, is that you said people over a certain age have to pay attention specifically.
Yes.
So in the United States, I think it's men over 45 and women over 55, which seems so young. But when you hit that age, that is when you are considered at risk to have a heart attack.
Yes, indeed. And that's when, look, we run and gun. Look, I'm still out here hooping and all that kind of stuff. And I used to look at these commercials, like not pay attention to the AARP, whatever it was. Now I get out my pen and I write these things down, write that information because this is the way you need to live your life. You need, at 40, you should be preparing for 50. At 50, you should be preparing for 60, and so on and so forth. So when we're living now, at our age, we're living for the next 10 years. And if you could keep that in the back of your mind, it doesn't mean like you're jumping up and down and you have this rigorous schedule. Just remember that you're putting things away for your body and your mind to use 10 years from now. Right. So in our workouts, which the one thing I'm glad about Instagram and social media and stuff is that everybody's working out.
Everyone.
Everybody.
Push-up challenges.
There's a push-up challenge, all kinds. The bun burner, the calf. I need to do the calf muscle challenge because my calves, for whatever reason, they just won't grow.
You have baby calves?
Man, when I tell you infant, but I can still jump though. So I don't want people to think,
right.
So I can still jump. My calves are like, you ever be on a plane and they say if the airbag drops down and it doesn't inflate, don't worry about it. It doesn't inflate, but it's still air going through this. So there's still air in those calves. There is still air.
But you're right. It's like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. They've kept everyone connected with workouts and keeping people active. And another thing that I've noticed is that people share more like healthy recipes.
Yes, that's great. And so that's the great thing about it. That's the great thing about it. So that's it. It's really simple. Pay attention. Plan ahead.
Yes.
And enjoy life. Smile more, laugh more, keep that mental stress down. I know we're going through a whole lot of things right now with the COVID, and that adds to your heart stress and things like that. So keep a smile on it. As a matter of fact, we have something that you would really like. It's called the Playlist Battle Challenge that we're going to do on Instagram. Now, what that is
Oh.
is like, every time me and my guys get together, we'll say, what's your playlist today? We're going 90s rap. Get the aux cord. And we battle song for song back and forth. So my guy, Breon Prescott, who's right there in the
How you doing?
How you doing? Breon Prescott, Tyron Turner, created this really cool thing that we're gonna do on Instagram, and people are gonna challenge each other. So right now, Snoop is gonna challenge Shaq. We got Will Smith. We got Fat Joe. We got French Montana, Lil Pump. We got
You have people that are just really,
Mike
really
Epps.
low on the totem pole.
Yeah.
That no one knows who they are.
Well, I mean, you may have heard of some of these guys.
I am totally kidding you. That's incredible.
But what we've done is, and especially, look, I think the comedians are going to take it because it's not just the song that you play, it's the presentation. So if you're playing the 2000s and you got on the outfit from the video, whatever. So basically, everyone gets 10 songs, and then we get a surprise category. Let's say classic rock, and you got to do 5 songs of those, and then it's like a bracket, and we move on to where it's like the final 4. So I got my money on the comics. I think Breon, I think Snoop is going to take it. We got Taraji P. Henson. We got Emmett Smith. We got Rashida Jones. Who else? And we got the football player. All the football players are battling the basketball players. Tamar Braxton, Ray Lewis. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to start it next week.
I'm going to steal things from that playlist. Did you know I'm a trainer?
So well, listen. So can you do me a favor? Can you challenge somebody, and we have you challenge somebody, and we cover that? We would love for you to challenge another trainer or whatever, and then we let you guys. It's so much fun. You set up your background. You set up your background the way you want it. We go from 70s, 80s, 90s. You know what I'm saying? And we'll give you all different fun categories. And then you just play your songs and let people tune in, listen, and have a great time, because a lot of us are singing songs. So what I want you to do is get your aux cord ready. Pass the aux.
Pass the aux cord. And you feel like you have this like new sense of power.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Everybody does it. Everybody, when you're riding in your car and you want to, everybody's like, oh, what's the song? What's the song that's going to make the ride right? So we'll keep the energy up. We'll keep people laughing and having a good time and keep that stress off of you.
I love that. Keep the stress off. Give people some good music to work out to, and just keep people in a good mood, because it is a really hard time right now. Yeah. COVID has taken its toll on a lot of people's, like you said, mental health. It's leaving a lot of people who have contracted it with even further heart damage. It's made a lot of people afraid to go to the doctor when they are experiencing other symptoms that aren't COVID related. Yeah. So everybody just stay positive and stay healthy. And like the very first thing that Jamie said, stay aware and stay aware of your body.
There you go.
Thank you so much. Jamie, you are absolutely amazing. The one last thing that I do want to tell you, just a little fun fact, our mantra at the Heart Foundation is you're never too young. It's never too late. Right. And the reason that we believe that is because you're never too young and you're never too old to be affected by heart disease. Exactly. But you're also never too young, and it's never too late to start on that heart healthy lifestyle. So we have mantra shirts for anyone that's watching. You can tap the link in our bio to purchase one. And like I said at the beginning, all of the funds support crazy innovative heart disease research at Cedars-Sinai with Dr. PK Shaw. So
PK, keep doing it. Thank you so much.
He's the man, right?
Yes.
Jamie,
thank you.
Thank you. Stay
all right,
well,
man.
Stay healthy.
All right, you do the same.
Thank you so much. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Bye. You guys, thank you so much for joining me today. What a fun conversation with the one and only Jamie Foxx. He really is the man. I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your Friday and stay healthy, be well. Thank you so much.